So very good evening, students. So today we will be discussing about human resource management. Students, am I audible to you all?
Sir,
Yeah. So this is very important concept. In the previous class, we discussed about human resource planning. So human resource is a source of strength and aid. It is important for the success of any organization. We understood in the previous class that organization means human resources. Human resource management is concerned with the human beings in an organization. It is the total knowledge, skill, talents, and aptitudes of an organization's workplace. Human resource is like any other natural resources. It is the process of management which develops and manages the human elements of an enterprise. So, when we talk about human resource management, it is the concept of three important words: human, resource, and management. Human resource is a resource and it is to be managed. So, it is developed as a separate discipline, and nowadays it has become a very important department in most of the organizations. So, the concept of human resource management was defined by several authors in different ways. So, according to Flipper, HRM is the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of the procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance, and reproduction of human resources to the end that individual, organizational, and societal objectives are accomplished. So, relating to this, students, I think you have understood functions of HRM. So the HRM functions are classified into managerial functions and operative functions. So in the definition itself, we understood HRM includes planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. So these are the functions of managers. HR manager also has to plan about human resource. He has to organize the human resource, direct the human resource for effective productivity and efficient functioning, and at the end, control and supervise the activities of human resources. Under the operative functions, we classify them into procurement function, development function, compensation function, integration function, and maintenance function. So in brief, we will be looking at this chart. Under procurement function, we have job analysis, human resource planning, recruitment, selection, placement, induction, transfer, promotion, separation. So procurement is very important area of operative functions under HRM. Job analysis is the process of analyzing the job. Whatever the job that is described and specified, it is necessary to be analyzed. Based on that, we can procure the human resources. After that, we have to plan the human resources, how many employees are required for the organization, and how we are going to set these employees in different places according to their caliber, according to their capacity and skills. Then recruitment should take place. Recruitment is not the final stage, but recruitment is the step in order to recruit the employees in the organization. First step to recruit the employees in the organization. So in that process, selection takes place. So screening and other kinds of examinations, interviews, observation, all these takes place, and then selection is done. After the employees are selected, placement takes place, and in the placement process, right person is placed at the right position so that he will perform his duties according to the directions or according to the policies of the organization. Next, we have induction. Every employee who is introduced into the organization is new. He do not know what are the policies and objectives of the organization. So if more number of employees are placed in the organization, an induction program is generally conducted, and they will be explaining as to what they are supposed to do, what are their job responsibilities, how they are accountable for their performances. All these details are explained. In addition to that, their pay packages and policies relating to leave, policies relating to other benefits are also explained so that the employee finds it interesting to remain in the organization. Induction is another important procurement operating activity in the human resource management. Next is transfer. Transfer is movement of employee from one place to another place depending upon the requirement. Promotion takes place when an employee fulfills certain norms like having experience in a particular position and gaining experience in another position which is at a higher level. So this process is called promotion. This promotion remains in various organizations intact, but sometimes promotions may be held because of certain financial conditions or financial situations in some organizations. Next we have separation. Separation includes leaving the organization by the employees or terminating the employees from the organization if their performances are not satisfactory. So this comes under the procurement activity. Next we have development activity. Under development activity, we look at the performance appraisal and see that they are performing according to the policies of the organization, and if there is any shortage or shortcoming, then training is given. So training is the process of helping an employee, assisting an employee to perform better in the same position or in a enhanced position. So training can be on the job training, off the job training. And next we have executive development. Generally in the training process, they say that how a person develops according to the positions that he gains over a period of time, and the executive development requires certain norms and conditions. If they fulfill those conditions, executive development takes place. In the development process, again we have career planning and development. Every organization, when it recruits the employees, they explain about the career planning, and they also say how it results in development of each individual or group of persons. So if a person has to be promoted from one position to other position, one has to fulfill certain norms, obtain certain qualifications, skills, then he will be promoted to a higher position. So that becomes the career planning and development. Another operating activity under the functions of HRM is job evaluation. Job analysis is one, and the job evaluation is another important area under HRM. So if an employee is performing better, the employee tries to bring name and fame to that position. Then the evaluation of job takes place, recognition takes place, people try to achieve those positions by gaining experience or fulfilling certain eligibility conditions, eligibility criteria, and then they occupy such positions whereby the compensation is paid according to the job that they are occupying. Next we have wage and salary administration. HR department primarily focuses on wage and salary administration. Wages are paid to the daily workers and the salary is generally paid to the employees in the organization. The process of wage and salary administration is the policy framed in the organization. How wages are paid and what are the benefits given to the workers, how salaries are paid to the employees, what are the additional benefits that are given in addition to the salary which is generally paid. The best example is in railway department. Every year the employees are declared 1 month's salary as bonus. So organizations fix their salaries and they also administer the benefits to the employees so that the employee is remaining in the organization. Bonus and incentives. This is additional benefit which is given to the employees in the organization. Bonus is generally given on the basis of the work to the workers, and incentives are given to the employees based on their level of performance. If they have taken up any new activity and they are performing in a better way, then incentives are given to the employees. Payroll is the process of preparing the wage sheets by the employer. There will be a list of employees in a particular department. Detailed information relating to their presence in a particular period will be determined, and on that basis the payments are made. Let us say in the month of May, number of working days are 31. Sometimes holidays are given, we call them as paid holidays, for example Sundays. So 26 working days. In these 26 working days, all the days if the employee is present, the total salary is paid to them, and that is shown in the form of a statement in payroll. Next we have under operating functions integration. Integration is bringing all the resources, human resources, material resources, men resources, financial resources together. So when the integration takes place, definitely the organization achieves its goals. For that, employees are to be motivated. In the previous unit, we have understood what is motivation. Motivation word has derived from motive, which is to motivate or to enforce. So there are a number of theories that were developed under motivation. So the employees perform better if they are motivated. Sometimes the organization determines what are the factors that are motivated. So we have hygienic motivation factors, then job satisfaction motivating factors, several other factors. So motivation is another important operative function which helps the employees to gain experience. Next is job satisfaction. Job satisfaction takes place when the employees' needs and employers' provisions are matching. Every employee seeks to obtain job satisfaction for which he performs according to the requirements of the organization. Meeting the requirements of the organization will make him satisfied. In the process of satisfying at a particular job, first primarily he focuses on the salary, next work conditions, environment, relations with employees. So these are all various factors which helps a person to gain job satisfaction. Sometimes an employee may not be satisfied, and that is called as grievance, and these grievances should be addressed. We call it as grievance redressal. Next we have collective bargaining. So employees collectively bargain with the management for the needs that are generally raised. At the same time, employees may have difference of opinion. There is a need to have conflict management. Employer tries to be a mentor and tries to address the conflicts. There are different types of conflicts and they are all to be managed. Another important area is the participation of employees. Employees' participation or workers' participation has been gaining importance in most of the organizations, and this results in better administration at the top level, middle level, and the lower level. Another important area is discipline. Discipline is very important. There may be self-discipline among the employees, but at the same time, there is a discipline for each organization in the form of dress code, in the form of work culture, ethics, and so on. And next we have maintenance. So there is a need to have health of the employees. Safety measures must be taken. Social security provisions must be facilitated. Welfare schemes are provided to the employees in the organization. Personal records are maintained for their personal growth. Then personal research. All these are the various important factors which will help the organizations to perform better. Concept is changing role of HR manager. There are number of managers, HR managers, who occupy important places, and sometimes they are considered to be the heart of the organization because they try to know each and every employee in the organization. Next we have various roles to play by HR manager. Among them, one, flatter organizations, second, employee empowerment, teamwork, ethical management, determination of the new employees, whoever joins new